What's up, Heather?
What's up, B?
Let me guess. It's another week, another run of Old Forester.
You know we're doing Old Forester Fridays all May.
There you go.
But this time it is a 100 proof cage match.
Yeah, here we go.
So each of them is the same proof, but they all have totally different flavor profiles. We're calling it Budget versus Barrel Picks 100 Proof Showdown.
Ah, yes. It's the People's Elbow of bourbon reviews.
Y'all know I did not get that reference.
You never saw the People's Elbow?
No. Nope.
The Flying Banana?
I'm sorry, what?
The Superplex?
Sure didn't.
Pile Driver?
I've heard of a pile driver. Isn't that a wrestling thing?
They're all wrestling things.
Do you think I was sitting there watching that ridiculous fake whatever that was? I don't know what you're doing.
Somebody got that reference. All right. So over here, you've got your everyday Old Forester 100 proof. It's kind of like the George the Animal Steel of wrestling.
I know The Rock.
Oh, good Lord. Then you've got your fancy pants single barrel store pick. Thinks it's better than everybody else. It's Bobby the Brain Heaton. And then you've got your bottled and bond 1897 who shows up with Miss Elizabeth on her shoulder in this massive suit. I mean, it thinks it's the Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, oh yeah. There they are.
I can't believe I missed such fine quality entertainment. I feel so deprived.
Whoo!
I think we're done now. So before we let these three throw hands like it's the last pour of whiskey tasting, if you're just joining the Tortured Bourbon family, first welcome, then hit that like and subscribe button. We are sipping through the entire Old Forester lineup all month long. And if you don't...
She says you have to drink vodka at the next party. Check out the link right there.
That's right. Room temperature vodka from a plastic bottle with a twist top. Straight.
You won't taste a thing. So don't make us do that to you. Click the button and help keep this algorithm going for us. So, maybe click on these other socials like the Twitter, the X, the Insta, the Face. And that'll keep Heather from dragging me into another TikTok video where I have to dress up as a chicken.
I don't remember that.
It happened.
Did it?
It did.
Did it?
No.
Pictures of it didn't happen.
Fair.
All right, y'all. Quick primer. Old Forester's 100 proof lineup is like a big old family reunion. They all have the same DNA, but they have wildly different personalities. So you have the Old Forester 100 proof signature, like B said earlier. It's our baseline. It's straightforward. It's reliable. It's probably what Prohibition medicinal whiskey might have tasted like. But now it's delicious, and it doesn't come with a risk of giant health side effects.
It's like $25 a bottle.
It's kind of perfect,
yeah,
honestly.
25, 29, something like that.
Hits exactly where it needs to.
Perfect.
So then we have the Old Forester. It's in a really pretty bottle. You know it thinks it's special.
Mm-hmm.
The Old Forester single barrel 100 proof store pick. It's the same proof, but it's a total wild card because each barrel is different. It's its own adventure. Could be a masterpiece, could be a flavor gremlin that eats up your palate and then asks for seconds. Who knows? So next we have Old Forester 1897 Bottled and Bond. This is a tribute to the 1897 Bottled and Bond Act. It's got the same 100 proof, but it's got stricter rules than your grandma's church potluck, which trust me, those are strict. It's one distillery, one season, and it's aged at least 4 years and bottled in a federally bonded warehouse. If you want to know everything you could ever possibly want to know about the Bottled and Bond Act, check out our entire series on Bottled and Bond offerings. So this one is the one that wears a monocle, judges everybody quietly, and probably irons its bourbon labels.
I iron my own shirts. So basically, we've got Tommy Boy the Frat Kid, we've got Trust Fund Baby, and then we've got a Civil War reenactor, and they're gonna fight this out in Royal Rumble right here on the barrel.
It's gonna be fun. So they have the same muscles, but they have very different manners. So they all three have the same mash bill. 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. As we've said, it's the same proof. But these could not be more different in how they present themselves.
And we have no idea. So behind these lovely bottles, we have glasses labeled A, B, and C. And they don't necessarily match up with the bottles in front of them. Katie poured these for us. We don't know what's in each one. All we know is that they're all 100 proof. So she could just be trying to fool us. Be like hiding brass knuckles in the tasting notes or something.
There might not even be Old Forester in there.
Might not be. It could be anything. For all we know, it's
apple cider vinegar.
Oh God.
We'd smell that.
Yep.
So before we go into full-on detective mode, Katie's going to hit us with the official flavor cliff notes.
Yeah. Let's hear what Old Forester wants us to think these taste like. It's time for Notes According to Corporate.
Or Brown Foreman.
Or Brown Foreman, yeah.
Take it away, Katie.
All right, here's what Old Forester says about each of the three. The Old Forester 100 proof signature is supposed to have a strong, sweet coffee nose with chocolate and spice.
Okay.
The palate is sweet and spicy with hints of caramel, cinnamon, and toasted oak. And the finish is lingering warmth with subtle fruit and char.
Does it have to linger?
It has to.
Does it have to linger?
It has to. Moving on to the 100 proof single barrel store pick. The nose is bold cherry, toasted coconut, heavy caramel, and wood spice.
I still have yet to get coconut.
Yeah, we'll see.
Other than the Rio. Isn't the Penelope Rio we got a little bit of coconut?
A little bit of coconut.
The palate is rich vanilla, baking spice, dark fruit, and charred oak. And the finish is long, bold, and spicy with toasted barrel notes. Finally, we have the Old Forester 1897 bottled in bond. The nose is vanilla, cream, burnt sugar, dried apple, and cinnamon. The palate is caramel and baked apple with a touch of nutmeg and rye spice. And a finish of full-bodied, rich, and rounded with sweet spice and oak. Now the fun part. You two get to figure out which glass matches which.
All right. I'm accepting the challenge. Are you?
Humbly.
Humbly. If we don't nail this, I'm going to blame the lighting. I'm going to blame the glassware, the fact that Mercury's in retrograde, literally anything I can without taking actual ownership
I've
of
never
my
understood
inadequacy.
what that means.
What, Mercury in retrograde?
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
It has something to do with like your horoscope, and so it's like
good God.
for some people it's like based on your sign and different things, like the alignment of the planets mean you're gonna have bad luck, or that's where it comes
Look,
from.
I'm just betting that Katie sabotaged the order just to watch us suffer. Wouldn't be the first time.
Would I do that?
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's give this a shot. I'm going to move our
Yes.
starters over
Yeah, we
here
got a lot
'cause we
going
got
on
some
here.
space.
Well,
So
you
do
know
we-
Heather's got to write notes.
So we're going to start with A.
I think we have to.
We start from the beginning. This is a very nice place to start.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, you can hand it to me. Thank you. Gentlemen. Are you ready?
I'm also a scholar.
Both.
I have many leather-bound books.
Duh.
I can say off the nose, we're
Pretty darn similar.
pretty screwed. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that
Should
thinks
just
they
buy
taste
the-
exactly the same.
It smells. We haven't tasted it yet.
Oh, you're right. It smells exactly the same.
So we should just get the $29 bottle and move on.
Call it. Well, no. Let's base that on.
All right.
Excuse me. Woo. Let's base that on flavor profile too.
Let's try it. Yep.
All right. You ready?
Yeah. Cheers.
Hey, that tastes like Old Forester. Spicy, which I mean that.
Yeah.
Old Forester has a signature spiciness to it. Maybe a hint of chocolate and coffee on the end, but I wouldn't call it overpowering. We're not gonna get this right.
No. It's the same distillate.
It's the same mash bill.
One is sitting for 4 years.
And it's all 100 proof. But the others aren't going to be that much different than 4 years. I mean, not wildly different. This one's a little more subtle in flavor than the first one. The spice isn't as strong. So I'm pretty sure I'm pulling the three Goldilocks and the Three Bears here. Spicy, less spicy, just right. Let's see if this one's just right.
Just right.
So the taste varies more than the smell.
What do you think so far?
Okay, this one has, A has the best, most syrupy mouthfeel to me. If I had to guess right now, I would guess that one's the bottled in bond. That one is the single barrel, and this one is the 100.
I'm having real trouble between. Well, we could be.
I'm having
completely
trouble
wrong.
with all three. I think we're completely wrong.
I don't
but-
know why C immediately I thought was the 100. So I get the cocoa and the chocolate in both of these.
Well, but remember, it was the 100 that was supposed to have that specifically listed the coffee and chocolate.
Yeah, but I get that. But
In all three of them.
we've tasted the bottle and bond so many times that I get.
Yeah, you're right.
They're all very similar.
I maybe get a little more chocolate in A. Now that I've tasted all three, A doesn't taste as spicy. Wasn't that my original thought?
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah,
So
I mean-
then I think we go with that.
Because
Because clearly that was your thought,
A
too.
viewer did say I should just always agree with you and
That's
move on.
not what I meant. I meant if that was your instinct and that was also my instinct.
Then we're
It's
100%
definitely
wrong. All right, producer Katie, what we guess is... now, A and B, I don't know that I have a preference between drinking between those two. But we think A is the single barrel. We think B is the bottled and bond. And we think C is the 100.
You got one of them right.
Oh, God.
A is, in fact, the single barrel.
Okay.
Okay. So, obviously,
B
is
is the 100, and C is the
Wow.
bottled and
suck.
bond.
Wah, wah, wah.
But considering they all have the same mash bill,
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed.
No. It's the same proof and the same mash bill, okay? We do not claim to be that advanced. But I love doing these blinds like this because it does push you. This is probably pushing a little too far for two type A perfectionists because there's no distinguishing factors. There's not even a wide variety in age here.
So what you're saying is, if it's down to buying either the 100 proof or the bottled and bond at the price point, you should just buy the 100 proof
Honestly, yeah.
and save yourself $30.
Probably. Although this also won our bottled and bond challenge. So what do we know?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
It depends on the day and the time and what you've had before
Yeah.
it. And
I would be interested in y'all doing another, maybe not as long, but another bottled and bond type showdown. Just now that your palates have progressed
but
some.
have they?
But yeah, I don't know that they have. I obviously haven't.
But I mean,
Y'all also spent a lot of time drinking a lot higher proofs lately.
the fact here
Look,
is
I'm
that
not-
the mash bills are the
Look,
same.
I'm not beating myself up.
No,
I mean,
the mash bills are the same. It's not like one was high rye and
Yeah.
one was wheated and one was high corn, and then we couldn't tell them apart.
no,
I
they're
mean,
the same juice.
yeah.
I think that we guessed this one right and we got the other two wrong. So we're 33%. So
I'll take it.
if we were batting 300, we'd probably be on the All-Star
Be
team.
making some good money.
Yeah.
You know, someone
I'll take
call
it.
it a day.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you should hire us for something. I don't know what.
Certainly not telling the difference between Old Forester single barrel, bottled and bond, and 100
Well,
proof.
you know, these are pretty popular bottles. So if you have all three at home, set it up for yourself and let us know if you get all three right.
Yeah.
This is fun to do, honestly. If you've got some bourbon drinking buddies, sit down and do some blinds. It's a lot of fun. Until our next blind, when we, have issues and have to confront our type A perfectionism.
Oh, Lord. Cheers, y'all.